What if Deku was a reality bender part 3? So we last left off, Deku had just won the sports festival. It was no competition really. So we start off, we're there in class and they're picking their hero names. Now, I don't know what to give. I kind of put myself in a corner just now. I don't know what to make his hero name. I don't know. Can you give me some suggestions in the comments, please? Yeah, skip that. Basically, they get their internships. Yeah. And I remember, yeah. Kind of stumped. Basically, I've been thinking that I thought it was called work studies, but I mean work studies was the overhaul arc. It's internships for this arc. Okay. So it's internships. Deku pretty much like every hero in the book give this man a internship. Except for Endeavor. That's it. The only hero that didn't do it was Endeavor and All Might. All Might doesn't do internships. Did I give him one for all of this? I do not know. I don't think so. No. Well, now, well, this is one of my older things. So I'll just say Bakugo has it. If I did, I'm pretty sure I gave it to Bakugo. Yeah, pretty sure. So basically, Bakugo don't matter. He just went with Gran Torino, just cause reluctantly went with Gran Torino. So basically, let's say Deku did hear that Ida's brother did get crippled by a stain. So Deku's kind of noticing that Ida has been acting funny. Hasn't really been talking to his friends like Ochako and Deku. He hasn't really talking to them. No, they do talk to him. He just brushes them away, like he's walling them off. And he also noticed, cause let's say he took a gander at Ida's internship list and noticed that Ida picked Manuel. Of all heroes, he had some good heroes there, some high ranking heroes, and he sought him out. So Deku's thinking, he probably just want to pick up, go with the last person that his brother was partnering with. But then he starts looking into it and realizes last time his brother with Manuel, they were in Hosu. Looks it up. Manuel was stationed in Hosu. And they also found out that Stain kills about, I think it was 3 people, 4 people, certain amount of people in a city, and then moves on. Stain has one more person to kill in that city to move on. And he figured out real quick, he just gonna try to go after Stain. So he picks Manuel. He don't tell nobody else. So I don't want to kill him off. So, god damn, I got a squeaky ass bed. I need to get a chair. So I don't got a chair or something to sit on my bed, and my bed's squeaky as hell. So, basically, we cut to Deku and Ida arriving at Manuel's. And Ida asks Deku why did he pick Manuel. And Deku's like, I always wanted to see Hosu. He just says he always wanted to visit Hosu. So this time he actually had it was a free, you can go there for free if you do an internship. It's just a free way to travel to Hosu. Ida don't really care. He got one goal set in mind, and that is to go after Stain. So basically they're patrolling. They stopped a couple of robbers, a couple muggers. They're just doing that. They're patrolling. And that's when they start seeing black sludge portals start appearing. And Deku's like, what the heck is that? And they start seeing Nomus come out. And they can notice Ida immediately ran off in the commotion. Ida basically thinking this will distract them and forget I was ever here. So Deku You gotta be kidding me. So Deku just, I mean, literally, he just snaps his fingers and about 50 no moves just turn to glass. Just turn to glass. Now there's only like 10 of them left, and they're not really. There's some of the gray no moves, and you got one black no move, like one mid tier. That's it. So they can handle it. No one will die probably. So basically, he goes chase after Ida. So he's searching for Ida, and then he finds Ida about to get shit kebabbed by Stain. And Deku honestly contemplating, should I let him get stabbed, or should I save him? Deku's like, I'll just let him get stabbed. He learned his lesson. You see him get stabbed in the shoulder, and it's like, okay, time to go. So you see, Deku just teleports there and just clocks Stain in the face. Since Stain flying, Stain does a backflip, lands on his feet. And Stain's confused on who Deku is. And Deku just said, oh, I'm a friend of him. Friend of this idiot. And that's when Ida start asking Deku, why is he here? This has nothing to do with him. And Deku basically says, if this had nothing to do with me, then how come you are on the ground about to die, writhing in pain with a sword wound in your shoulder? I'm pretty sure you want me here. So Deku's talking to Ida, and that's when Stain come up behind and try to cut his head off. That's when Deku snaps his fingers, and Stain realizes I don't got no swords. Like, he lost a sword in his hand, so he's like, what the heck? And that's when he checks his back. He got no weapon in his back. They see Deku looks at the sword and he said, "This is a pretty interesting sword. Kind of look broken." That's when Sting tried to kick Deku in the face with like his little spike boots. Deku teleport behind him, just stabs him in the back, in the spine. So he ain't walking no more. So that's when Deku just basically just like makes, you know, the stuff that Momo made to during like the final test, the final exam, versus when they were fighting teachers to entrap Aizawa. Basically, he just makes that stuff and just binds this man with it, and basically just makes Native, Ida, and Stain just flow as they fall on him. That's when the heroes come and see this Stain, and start who stopped him, and Deku's like, oh, I did. They're like, how the heck you stop him? You look at Native like, you're a pro hero, and the kids stopped him, and it's like, I'm kind of paralyzed here. I can't move. Like, I would have been dead if they didn't show up. Well, if he didn't show up, the idiot over there would have probably just made us both dead. So, they're conversating, and that's when the bird no move come around and just like grabs Ida and starts flying away. So basically, it just smashed up Ida. Deku see that but he realized there's no one else that can kind of stop the thing, so he has to save him again. So Deku literally just takes one of Stain's swords and just launches it at the Nomu, basically shits kebab it through the head, and basically it's just used enough force to send it into the ground, where it's literally implanted into the ground. He just killed that thing. Like it was nothing. So basically, Deku heals Ida and Natives. And Deku does heal Sting, even though he's reluctant to. They kind of say, hey, you can heal Ida and Natives, but can you heal Sting too? They're like, shut up, like, why should I? And they just like, can you just do it, please? So we don't have to haul them off, like carrying them on our back stuff. It's like, okay, but he's getting extra binding. So basically, it's kind of a thing because there were some reporters there, and they kind of heard that Stain had a knife wound that severed his spine. So it's like hero brutality. So the whole thing where Stain kind of like the whole video. It's not really like the actual video, but basically basically the same thing. A bunch of villains get inspired to join the League of Villains because Stain made an imprint on them. So the timeline's still secure. At the hospital, they don't really go to the hospital. Only reason why, just because it was convenient for the police officer to talk to them. So basically, he just tells them that y'all can't take credit for what happened. Basically, they're going to give it to Endeavor goes in there. Let's say they're going to give it to like some like the highest ranking hero that was there. I don't know. Just imagine a hero, and that's probably them. So basically, they say they would get them in trouble if it wasn't technically self defense. Manuel will have his hero license suspended though, because y'all were under his watch and he kind of let all this happen. And that was like, that's kind of stupid because it was one person that was an idiot, and Manuel was kind of busy trying to save people, so that's kind of stupid. He can't do two things at once. He can't fight overly strong beings and then watch after one stupid kid. So Deku kind of negotiated with the man, and basically comes to the agreement he won't suspend natives, but they will have to take retraining. And say that's only like a week or two, so he don't like when you get suspended. I think it's like a month more. Hold up. As I was saying, Manuel gets suspended. I mean, not suspended. He gets on retraining instead of suspended. So that kind of ends. Now I'm trying to remember the next. Oh yes, the training camp. Training camp. No, it's the test. Wait, let me remember. Yeah, that's the test. Okay. So basically, I think it's the test, right? Yeah. I have not watched this anime in like a year or two, but my memory is good. I think. First arc, Stain. Yeah, and then it was the test, then it was the forest. Training arc. Okay. So, sorry about that noise. I have no chair, so I'm on my bed. I cannot be standing up like this 'cause I messed up my leg. Okay. That's the test. Okay, so test pretty much going simple. Basically Deku did kind of, well, they knew immediately. Basically, everyone told this man he was retarded for going after a guy that has killed over a dozen pro heroes when he's not even a pro yet. And he's lucky that Deku was there to save his life. And basically, Ida admits that he was kind of dumb. And that's when Deku asks him, why didn't you just ask me to heal your brother? They're like, and he's like, what? Like, bro, you literally see me, like, take away mouths, change matter. Like, I can eat, like, you ain't think I can heal him? He's like, no. They're like, okay, I'll go heal him, come on. They go to the hospital, and it's during visiting hours, so they can be there, and Deku basically just, heals, I forgot his name. Tensei. Tensei. He just heals Tensei. Tensei is grateful as hell. He's like saying, thank you, just saying over and over. Niggas like, no problem. So now it's time for the test. I am skipping the written portion. Basically, it's the same thing. I'm pretty sure I gave Bakugo one for all in this one. So basically, Bakugo is kind of, he's fixing himself. Basically, he's being less of an asshole and being more of a decent human being, but he's not like a decent-ish human being instead of complete hellspawn. That's it. So basically, Deku and Bakugo, they work better together now. But it's still some tension there, especially from Deku's side. Cause this man Bakugo been messing with him for so long. But yeah, Deku don't care because like he never really got to him. He was just annoyed, and also annoyed at the fact Bakugo been hurting his friends. So basically, also I'm gonna stop it off at a funny moment. Y'all see. So basically, it's the thing. So basically, Nezu basically tells Deku that he cannot teleport anybody. He cannot do. He can't do OP things, like one shotters. He can't do that. He can't let him keep on there fighting All Might, and Nezu very well knows that he can easily take on All Might. You know, that's like, what do you mean one shot? He can't one shot All Might, and Deku looks at him like they're stupid. They're saying, I can't one shot All Might. Did you not see what I did to that Nomu at the USJ that was supposed to kill All Might? And they're like, oh yeah, oh no, no. How the hell are you that strong? Like, they just say that. So, hey, it's time to start. I'm only going over Deku and Bakugo and Deku's portion. Okay, so it starts and basically Deku says we can, like, basically it's up to Bakugo whether or not he wants to beat All Might or run away. Bakugo obviously chooses to beat All Might and basically says if things go south since you're restricted, we choose to run away. Because they didn't say you couldn't enhance your speed, because I know you can do that. And niggas like, oh yeah, I can. And you don't know, Deku can, I don't know if I said this before, but keep in mind, he is a reality bender. He can literally do anything I say. He is effectively his own writer. That's how this works. He's effectively his own writer. Like, he can, like, you'll see. So basically, they start proning. And that's when Deku says, hold up. And Deku just raised his hands, and that's when an entire shockwave just comes to him. And then they just, and like, Bakugo just sees like an invisible wall just stop all the dust and debris and glass. He's like, what the heck is that? And I was like, oh, you never seen an invisible barrier before? It makes sense because it's invisible. They're like, what the heck? So, basically, you got the same thing, All Might, I forgot what he said. Basically, just All Might just... He going after Bakugo. He kind of goes after Deku, but Deku, he kind of knows that he can't really fight Deku. So he's trying to take his time to train Bakugo. Let's say Bakugo did learn something in Grand Theft. Basically, he learned his version of Full Cowling, which is it's not a manga spoiler, but it does happen later. Basically, he basically moves faster and does like faster explosion. Like I would say his limit is like currently like 5 consecutive explosions. That's a blink of an eye, and they're still powerful as heck. Like basically, when he does that, his explosions are not like his one for all explosion. It's like his normal anime explosion, like the one he did with the you know when he put his arms into boiling water at the forest training arc? Yeah, that side explosion. Okay? It's basically just like 5 consecutive explosions like that. And one that's bright as hell, he can basically control the power outlet that he used on that. And he moves faster as heck. So basically, also he has the smashes too, so... Yeah, so... Basically, Bakugo, they made a plan that Bakugo would do, like, make it circle. Like, rotate around All Might and constantly making those explosions. Trying, like, blind All Might and stun All Might. While Deku is literally beating the crap out of this man. Beating the crap out of him. Basically, Nezu knew that Deku couldn't do anything. But he just said you can't one-shot the dude. So basically, Deku plans on two-shotting him. Basically, he scaled his power up, surpassed All Might. It's his, like, punch power. Surpassed All Might. He punched this man in the stomach, then the face, and knocked this man out. That was it. And there's like, I said you can't use one-shotters. Niggas said, I ain't hit him once, I hit him twice. They're like, that's not fake. That's it. They just say, oh, well, Deku and Bakugo win. That's it. So now it's time for the funny moments. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this one. Okay. So basically, they're at the shopping mall, and Deku noticing how they're literally selling stained merchandise. And Deku's like, how are they allowed to do this? Like, the guy literally killed people. How are they allowed to sell merchandise off a guy that killed over a dozen people? Like, that don't make no sense. But Deku doesn't remember his video did go viral, and he did inspire a lot of people, so that's probably why, because they want money off of people he inspired. Inspired. There you go. So basically, Deku's going in, and basically Ochako and Deku still They're still smitten. Okay, they're both smitten. Know what I mean? You know, like it does the same as the anime. They're both nervous about each other. That's all I can say. Basically, it happens. Ochako does the awkward moment that she gonna go get bug spray. Next, like, okay, I just gotta go sit down somewhere. He just sits down, and that's when he sees a guy with like grayish blue hair and a dark hoodie come behind him and put his arm around him. He's like, hey, aren't you the guy from UA from the sports fest? Wow, you were amazing. And nigga's like, yeah, sure. Nigga's like, wait, I heard. And nigga's thinking, so I know this guy. And that's when the guy basically chokes Deku, and nigga's like, oh, now I remember. Basically, the Shigaraki says he just want to talk. And basically, the same thing happened in the anime. It threatens Deku, and Deku did let him speak and vent about Stain. And basically, Shigaraki came to the dumb conclusion that it's all All Might's fault. When literally everything Deku said did not even include All Might in the slightest bit. Like, how much brainwashing did All For One do on this man? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But, basically, Deku just making jokes. So basically, Shigaraki told Deku that all he has to do is put 5 fingers on his neck and he's dead. Basically, Deku started making jokes being like, so, let me just straight, so if you touch me, I die. How germ-ridden are you? Like, how infectious are you to kill someone with a touch? Like, bro, how dirty are you? Do you ever wash your hands to take showers? He's just making jokes on Shigaraki. Shigaraki get mad. So he's basically about to kill Deku. So he tries to decay him. And that's when he realized nothing happened. That's also when he realized he can't feel his hands. Either of his hands. He looks down and see his hands are missing. He's just gushing blood, but he's not feeling pain. And niggas like, oh, you looking for your hands? They're over there in the trash can. And they're literally sticking out the trash. Niggas just like basically change their shape to their like McDonald's wrappers and cup, so no one be like, oh my god, look at that, there's hands in there. And basically, they're not moving either. They're like, it acts like he cut off his hands at the speed of light. I'm dead serious. Like, literally, like, it was clean as hell to the point where the blood didn't even start going out until Shigaraki noticed it. And basically, Deku turns on Shigaraki's pain receptor, and Shigaraki starts instantly screaming in pain. And Deku just bings him across the face, knocking him out. But he sent him into a pillar. Basically, when he punched him, he kind of teleported him and Shigaraki to Tartarus. And basically let Shigaraki fly into a wall at Tartarus and stuck a note on him. It's saying, this is the leader, because he don't know about All For One yet. They said, this is the leader of the League of Villains. Lock him up tight. That's all I can say. And they just locked him up. But yeah, then we see, I gotta go. So basically, then we see, All For One kind of breaks Shigaraki out of prison. At least he sets his sight on Deku, because Deku's the most dangerous person that can actually fight them. So yeah, also he does fix Shigaraki's hand. Shigaraki's pissed. Actually, basically devotes everything to killing Deku, which is not gonna work. But yeah, that was the end of What Deku Was Out Part 3. Have a good time. Bye.